So yes, it might come as no surprise to any of you who played Breaches before, but Breaches is a game about shooting people with guns. And unfortunately, some of the guns are shite. Some of the guns weren't garbage, and then they decided to just kind of make them garbage for some reason. They left this thing alone though. That thing's fine. One shot, headshot, my ass. So if you're new to the game or simply looking for someone to argue with because I put the Cyclone as the best gun, what are you doing? You haven't used that gun, have you? So I'm going to be ranking all the guns in Breaches from the worst to the best, starting with, unsurprisingly, the Omen. So there's only one real problem with the Omen, and that's the Omen's a Nerf gun. I've heard someone say it does 5 damage a hit, and after reviewing the footage, I wholeheartedly disagree. It's more like 3. Omen, more like, oh men, this gun sucks. I'm sorry. Yep, my microphone's having some sort of meltdown. That's not fantastic. Okay, I can't really fix it right now, so I'll just kind of put my microphone sideways and we'll see how it goes. So using the Omen is fine, so long as you don't plan on surviving any encounters, killing any actual enemies, or not crying by the end of the round.
Comedy comes in 3s.
It is unironically an actual pea shooter. Lieb, what's your opinion on the Omen?
Oh, that's an option.
It's not too bad in close range combat, but it seems to have a lot worse damage fall off than all the other SMGs do for some reason. I don't know if that's actually true, or if that's just my experience using the damn thing. And its recoil is so incredibly bad that by the time you've actually hit anything, you've run out of fucking ammo. But that's okay, because when you do, you can always switch to your trusty side, oh my god, the Cyclone. The only reason this gets above the Omen is because it's a sidearm, which means you can get bored of it, realize it's shit, and throw it out for something else.
Piss off!
Yeah, boy.
This thing also does no damage, but for some reason it has half the clip size that the Omen does. The Spectre has 15 bullets and it's a semi-automatic gun. I also think it does more damage, but maybe that's because I hit more shots because the automatic recoil isn't the worst thing in the entire world. If you've ever seen me use this gun, you've noticed that I use a laser sight with it and no scope. That's because if I'm using the gun, I'm not taking the game seriously. Because clearly, whoever made the gun wasn't taking the game seriously, so why do I have to? I also keep calling this gun the Wraith because it looks exactly like the Ignis Wraith from Warframe. God, I miss Warframe. Some people have told me that this gun has been nerfed. I think it's a damage nerf because everything else seems normal, but I haven't used it enough to verify that. So if you think it's weaker than it was, just say it's been nerfed. It probably does 1 damage now as opposed to 2 anyway.
It's a Nerf gun, bro.
It sounds like a screwdriver.
An actual Nerf gun.
Also, I can't kill anything with this weapon because of the way the game handles lag and deletes all of my goddamn bullets if I fire more than 1 every second. What the fuck are you talking about? Pavlov doesn't lag like this, and Pavlov is Pavlov.
That's why the back of your neck touched the front of your lips, you fat bitch.
This gun does have one good use, however. If you put your hands above your head with a Cyclone in your hand, they will know that you are no threat and are clearly just memeing and will adopt you as a pet. That's actually worked. Honestly, I think walking around with this gun empty is more of a statement than actually running around shooting it. I don't want to talk about the Cyclone anymore. The starting pistol. Look how they butchered my boy. The Jasper did nothing wrong. They stole its damage for no reason. It's worse than the Spectre in every single way, and yeah, it's free, but it's not like anyone actually uses it outside of emergencies anyway. This poor pistol was sitting in the grass, loving its life, just doing nothing but eating daisies, and all of a sudden these people came, stole all of its damage potential, and left it in the middle of a desert. It does seem like a weird gun to nerf as well. It's the starting pistol. It wasn't that powerful in the beginning. I do hope they revert this and give it its damage back, because at the moment, it's just bullied. They just bullied the gun. The only real people that use the Jasper were the people who spawn in without a gun for some reason and forgot to buy one before the lobby started, or the people who pre-ordered the game and got this weird lemon-colored one that kind of looks like someone wiped a pineapple on his gun before he started.
Ooh, shiny!
Bring the Jasper back, man. It just doesn't deserve this. The Cadillo. The Skyrim DMR, trademark, has always just kind of sucked, but it's not really the Cadillo's fault. I mean, it's a semi-automatic gun in an automatic gun's world. I couldn't actually manage to confirm this thing does one-shot people in the head, but I'm assuming it does because it only fires once every 4 rotations of the sun when all 7 planets align, and I can actually hit a fucking headshot with the Cadillo, although it does have by far the funniest nickname. Poor Cadillo, didn't deserve this shit. I'm pretty sure this thing is supposed to kill on headshot, but clearly my headshots don't work.
Oh, these kids are crying.
His head is full of blood. Is it common for people to take 2 bullets to the face? The Cadillo is the cheapest assault rifle. It's just a shame that it doesn't really fire fast enough to keep up with the high-end guns. It is a pretty good long-range choice. The problem is not really any of these maps support long range apart from maybe outside of the house map. And even if you do try and use it for that, some dude with a VEZIN will just snipe your head off at 3,000 yards. Because if he misses, he can fire another 3,000 shots by the time you fire another one of yours. What they should do is give this gun an ACOG scope, because then it would be unique and everyone would use it because it was cool. Don't give it thermal vision though. That's just stupid. I don't know how many bullets this thing actually takes to kill because I've never killed anyone with it. I think it's about 4, maybe 5, which is a shame because I think the oral is also 5 and the oral fires way faster. The rainbow cock and penis. One word.
Why?
This gun was quite literally perfect. It was a pseudo minigun that gatlinged anything that moved. It did very little damage but fired very many bullets, so it was essentially like getting overwhelmed by those ants in the Bug's Life. One bullet, no. Many bullets, yes. Pretty much how most guns work. For those of you unfamiliar, this gun also took a damage nerf. I had someone say it took a fire rate nerf as well, but I haven't noticed that. I think it was because everybody was using it, because they clearly haven't tested this. Due to the game's lag compensation system, I can't kill anything because half my bullets go to space. So technically I'm firing this gun at half damage. Who knows, maybe the gun's actually really good, but I don't know those things because I'm a Kreb, and Krebs do normal things like not shooting people with RCPs. It's always nice to see a discount P90 in a game though. It's the dictionary definition of gun go burr. The Orokin. My poor auto shotgun, I still love you. Yeah, pretty much everybody saw the nerf to this gun coming. It is still decent at close range, but if you're outside hugging range, so from here, right, hold on, let me, here, for like, so say the microphone's here, from here, you might kill it in maybe 7 shots, but here, 795,492 shots. Feel free to quote me on that. I've scientifically backed it up with nothing.
Nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Yeah, the damage fall off is a little bit too much. It's a shame as well because now it's just a discount Huracan, which sucks because it means no one uses it except for its one very epic purpose. Making a really loud noise and annoying the piss out of the enemies.
What the hell is that noise? Are you out of ammo? What the fuck?
Hey, maybe we should have, loaded our guns. Esports players actually use that. It does suffer a bit from Cadillo syndrome, in that if you want something close range, you'll go for an SMG, and if you want something long range, you'll go for an assault rifle. So this thing is just kind of in the middle of not really being used. Looks really cool though. The Vupis.
Look, the last
Unnerfed SMG.
Well, you probably won't see another one of those again.
The last surviving member of the SMG family that hasn't been nerfed into the goddamn grave. The Viper is by far the longest range SMG, which makes it the most useful one because you have to counter the fucking VEZIN somehow. Despite surviving the first round of nerfs, unfortunately its head is right on the chopping block for the second round. Don't even fucking think about it. Can't we have like one? I mean, we have one, but that one is garbage. So because this gun hits much harder than the other SMGs, it also has much more recoil.
Let's go.
It's also by far one of the coolest looking guns in the game. It's got a big penguin nose going on. It makes it look very futuristic. Apparently it's based on a real life gun, but I've got no bloody clue which gun it is. P90, this gun from Crackdown, I don't fucking know. It's a good gun. If you're going to use an SMG, just use this one. The other two have melted. The Coconut.
Shotgun.
Hey look, it's my fucking boomstick. I'm gonna be honest, this gun sucks. Nah, this is the meta shotgun, only because there's 2 shotguns and one of the shotguns was unfortunately burned. I don't personally use the shotgun very much because on my ping, when I fire a bullet, it takes 3,500 hours to decide if it's actually gonna fire the bullet or not. And by that time, the entire enemy team have already killed me, buried my body, and gone toward a fucking KFC. I prefer guns with a lot of bullets, namely because if I miss with this gun, I've got to wait 2.5 weeks for it to reload. It does hit very hard. Unfortunately, it also suffers from the damage knockoff that they did, where if you're outside of breathing range, you simply will no longer die to this thing. Headshots are supposed to kill instantly if they're close enough, but again, my headshots don't work. You basically have to play this gun like an assassin. You've got to run up right behind the people and shoot them right in the back of the head, and even then the game will kind of just decide on a flip of a coin whether it actually wants the people to die or not. Sneaky Crab go pew. Sneaky Crab would go stab if there was a knife in the game. I guess you can stab him with a shotgun or like a grenade. So yeah, if you're gonna use a shotgun, use this one, unless they nerf it, which they might do because they just don't like people having fun in this game. The Taurus.
I want to headbutt you. Oh!
The Taurus, or as most people like to call it, complete processed dog shit, is pretty good when it fucking works. 3 shots to the face, he reckons. This gun probably fires pretty big bullets. How bulletproof is that hood? Pretty sure the bullets are like this big. It's big fucking bullets. This is proof that Casey is a robot. That and the fact he's got auto tap built into his brain. Now I kind of switch between the Taurus or the Spectre as my go-to weapon depending on what mood I'm in. If you hit a headshot with this gun, when the headshots work, you'll insta-kill the people, so it's basically a pseudo sniper rifle. And for that reason, I absolutely adore it. It is the most expensive pistol, but considering there's very little difference, I don't think it really matters. You do have to hit your shots though, which again, not very good at. Taurus with a laser sight.
No.
Taurus with a laser sight. This is the best gun.
Like, I understand this is nice, but you could also do fucking aim. Like,
no, laser sight. I instantly died to a bot. Apparently they have also nerfed this gun, because now instead of taking 3 bullets to the body to kill someone, it's 4. Why is it 4? How do you know how big the bullets that a revolver shoots are? It's a bloody futuristic 6-shooter. It probably fires hollow points, which means whoever you've shot is now gone. But no, like, no, it's fine. You shoot someone in the leg, their leg is missing. Its files wander off, like that necromorph. Got no legs, off I go. Yep, there he goes, walking away with no legs. He didn't even wiggle that time. He full on hovered away. The Halo Reach assault rifle. This one is my favorite. I'm a big fan of the Oriole because it's the only assault rifle I can fucking aim. It fires slow enough and hard enough that you can actually kind of hit the things you're aiming at. Again, it's no match for the Death Cannon because the Death Cannon fires 81-30 rounds and I'm pretty sure they're explosive. Got a pretty cool paint job. Would be better if it came in crabby green or whatever. I guess the Jeff color's okay. Wait a minute, why does every other crab in the game have a color but me? That's alright though, because I've got grenades. Just a very well balanced assault rifle. I don't think they've nerfed this one, or at least if they have, it still shines pretty well. It's a very good starting gun because of its damage to like fire rate ratio, so it is much simpler to aim than some of the higher hitting guns, but you'll get used to the recoil of everything eventually, so not a whole lot of people really use this gun anymore. Doesn't stop it from being really good. The Meru, the Muri. The Muri. This gun is basically the only counter for the VEZIN in the entire game. That's because it's got a little bit less fire rate, but hits significantly harder. Another gun that seems to have somehow skipped everybody's nerf radar. It's unfortunately not really used anymore because it's the same price as the VEZIN. And if you're offered an M16 or an AC-130 soft shell chambered Gatling ordnance rifle, you're probably gonna take the shiny thing. Which is unfortunate. I really like this gun. It's a nice break from the meta. You know, when you come in there, you're like, I could use the VEZIN. I could kill all of you, but I won't. I shall kill all of you slightly less. Also, I think it looks better than the VEZIN. Fight me, it doesn't look like a Kinder Egg. The Spectre.
Speaking of medication...
I knew it!
By far the best pistol in the game, this gun is actually subsonic, and that's because of its gigantic cocaine sniff nose. You do have to have a bit of a trigger finger for this one, which again, with my lag, means that none of the bullets hit any of their fucking targets. Just fix the game, come on, it'd be fun, just fix the game, make it playable. They're never gonna fucking do it. I only get 1 viewer video now, so I'm never gonna get fucking noticed by these people. They're never gonna make any changes for me. If you do, by the way, if you do feel like adding good stuff, crab. Make him a bomb. It'd be really funny. Just reskin the diffuser, the EMP. Just have it be a crab. April Fools. Surprised this pistol hasn't been nerfed yet, as it's been the meta for a while, although it might just be the meta now because all the other pistols have been, you know, obliterated. It is still a pistol, so it doesn't really hold a candle to the rifles. You'll almost always see this in someone's back pocket because it's the most reliable pistol in the game, especially if you're panicking, run out of bullets in your main gun and have to actually start shooting the crap out of everything. It's got 15 bullets a magazine, which is more than the fucking Cyclone for some reason. And honestly, if you've got a big enough trigger finger, you can probably actually fire it faster than the Cyclone too. It's also only 500 monies, which makes it by far the best pistol to use in the pistol round because you can still afford a gadget. And the best pistol all around unless you're a McCree main. 3 shots. Well, that does it for the spectral footage. The overpowered death rifle of complete and utter bullshit.
How it feels to fight the VEZIN.
The minigun, oh, sorry, I mean the totally balanced gun that is totally fair to fight with my Jasper that I spawned with. Fuck it, I can't do it anymore. Why does this thing one-shot people in the head? It fires faster than a freight train and hits just as fucking hard. It's actually an Angel of Death autocannon. So if you log onto the game now, you will see everybody using this as soon as they can afford one. That's because if you're not fighting a VEZIN with a VEZIN, you're going to lose the fight. And that's because this thing does more damage than all the other guns, fires faster than all the other guns, and can hit more shots than all the other guns. That's okay because they're never gonna fucking nerf it. I think it's a meme. I think they buffed it because it's funny and then forgot to nerf it again. It will simply insta-kill you. All the tryhards know how to use this thing now, so unless they change its recoil pattern or something, you're always gonna get shat on by this gun and there's nothing you can fucking do about it. It's a real shame. I like using different guns, but I'm always put at a disadvantage because if you don't take the VEZIN players, the hardcore VEZIN players by surprise, you will die. Even close quarters, this thing is a one-shot to the head, and these people do not miss. There's no way you can kill anything faster than with a VEZIN. The other assault rifles can sort of kill these things if you take them by surprise and they miss you, which is no. If all the tryhards are using your gun, you need to change the gun. Please nerf this thing. I don't like it.
Number 0.
So yeah, that's it. That's all the guns. Unsurprisingly, the VEZIN's the best gun, which obviously, if you've played the game for more than 2 seconds, you know that. Let us know what you think. I know some people have different favorites. I saw some dude who actually likes using the Knut with one hand because he's a psychopath. Liam's always been a psychopath, though. He's just weird. So yeah, let me know your ranking, your top 10, your top 3, or simply just your favorite gun. I'd love to know what the comparisons are, and please don't put the VEZIN first, otherwise I will simply have to eat you. That's it, I'm gonna go play more breaches and instantly die to the man who holds this gun. Sometimes you just gotta eat humans.